Yeah, first we talked about what's a business, the definition of a business. Can you remember it? What a business does, what's it function? Can you remember what's a business? Can't remember. Okay, let's see. A business is a thing that it will sometimes a business can produce something or deliver something. Something means a
I
product.
just was fixing my headset.
Okay,
I
okay.
That's why.
You are done now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you, do you remember what is a business? Can you give me a little definition?
A economic activity that provides or
Deliver.
manufactures something to
Okay.
fulfill human needs
Human needs, and there is
and
another word,
wants.
and wants. Okay. A business is an economic activity which manufactures or provides different goods and services in order to fulfill human needs and wants. Then we talked about the evolution of business. The first stage was, what's the first stage?
Barter system.
But no, no, not the barter system. It's not the barter system. It was the second stage. In first stage, the humans fulfill their needs and wants by themselves.
Themselves.
It's direct production. Direct production means fulfilling the needs and wants by themselves. Then it came to barter system. Then use of cash and the industrial revolution. Then the present situation is the information technology, ICT technology, ICT. Direct production, barter system, using of coins and notes, industrial revolution and information technology. We talked some disadvantages of barter system, and then we move to business objectives. There are two main business objectives or common objectives. Can you remember them? What are the two common business objectives? First one is,
Profit motivation
yeah, making earning of profits. That's the first
and social
objective of
welfare.
any business, earning profits. Then to earn profits, we have to, what we have to do? To make the customer
Satisfy.
satisfied or make them happy, increasing customer satisfaction. These two are the main or the common business objectives. There are three more sub objectives. What's the first one? Increasing the
Quality.
quality
Quality
of
of
goods
goods.
and services we provide to the customer. Increasing the quality of goods and services.
Job
Then
opportunities.
generating job opportunities. That means the employment opportunities. That means giving jobs to the people in the country. Then the last one is employee welfare. What is mean by welfare? The
Subhasadhana.
Subhasadhana. Yeah, the things we give to employees, then beyond his or her salary or wage, something like food, accommodation, transport facilities, and going some trips, organizing trips, staff trips, like those things. Then we move to consumer needs and wants. Needs are the basic things that we have to fulfill when we are living as a human. Human needs are requirements that must be fulfilled essentially for existence. Without these, we can't exist. Do you remember the basic human needs? There are three human needs, basic human needs.
Food.
Can you remember?
Food.
Yeah. What are they?
Food, shelter.
Food, shelter, and
Clothes.
clothing. Those are basic human needs. Other than uh, other than these things, in addition, there were education, entertainment, health, security, communication, transportation, love. Those are the things. Then the wants are the various ways of fulfilling those.
Satisfying needs.
Yeah, satisfying needs. The various ways of fulfilling or satisfying the human needs. Example, for food, we can use rice, bread, noodles, ice cream, anything. For clothing, we can use trousers, watches, shoes, t-shirts, shirts. For shelters, anything. Education, like that. We talk those things, and we talk these things also. What are the differences between needs and wants? The characters of. Then we move to manufacturing business. There are two main manufacturing business according to the nature of the product. What is one thing is a commodity manufacturing business. Actually, commodity means a good. Good is a thing that we use to that we can touch, and there is a physical existence. Okay. And the next one is service providing business. The service providing businesses don't manufacture any good or commodity. What they do is only provide a service, not manufacturing anything. Commodity manufacturing businesses. To define this uh, definition, firstly we have to tell what is a good or what is a commodity, the characters of a good. So we can say like this: tangible and physically existing things can be called as a commodity, and the businesses or the establishments which produce commodity required for the fulfillment of human needs and wants called as commodity manufacturing businesses. First, we have to define what is a good or what is a commodity. Then we have to tell like the businesses which provides these kind of goods are the commodity manufacturing businesses, such as the businesses which produce motor vehicles, electrical items, furniture, food, anything that we can touch. Then the service providing businesses. What is a do you remember what is a service? There's a little definition for the service. We can't define it like
Any
a good.
activity or process rendered
Yeah,
to a consumer by a business
yeah.
in
It
order
is an
to fulfill their
activity
needs.
or a process. Any activity. Activity means a single one, a singular one. Process means a collection of activities. It's a bundle, collection of activities. Activity or a process rendered to customers in order to fulfill their needs and wants is a service, and the businesses providing those services are known as service providing businesses. Examples: wholesale businesses, retail businesses. Those are wholesales means, what is the singular name for wholesale businesses?
Toga.
Toga Kadawal. Retail businesses mean
Siller.
Sillara Kadawal. Those wholesales and retail businesses are also service providing businesses. Those are not the commodity manufacturing businesses, because they don't make any commodity or a good. No? They are not providing. They are not manufacturing anything. The only thing they do is providing them for the customers. That's a service. And insurance institutions, banks, beauty salons. And we talked about the differences between goods and services. Only that. Did we talked about this? Factors of production? Did we discuss? I think no.
No.
Yes.
No.
No. Okay. Factors of production. Factors of production means the resources we use to make.
So we discussed few.
We discussed.
The first few.
I think we wrote the factors, only the factors, not the definitions.
Yes.
No? Yeah. How many factors of production?
Four.
4. What are they? Land,
Land,
labor,
labor, capital,
capital,
entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship. The spellings of entrepreneurship are somewhat difficult to memorize. So I try harder to memorize these things, the letters of the word. Sometimes it is like a mess. Land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. We pronounce it as entrepreneurship, but it starts with letter E. We pronounce it as entrepreneurship. Then let's move to the put today's date. Today is 3rd of April. 3rd of April 2021. The first one we have to discuss is land. I think Timandi will not join today. Okay, let's see. Sometimes she may join in the middle. Let's move to the first factor of production. It's land. Do you have any idea what's a land? It's not the usual land we talking here. What is the land in
And
as a factor?
natural resources.
Yeah, correct. All the natural resources. This is land means like idamak pagene. It's not that kind of land. Here it says all the natural resources we use as we use to produce goods and services. First one is the land. All the natural resources. That means the things we are getting from the nature as it is. All the natural resources available are considered as land. It includes resources on the surface of the land as well as resources in the inner part of the land. That means includes the resources on the surface means පොළව උඩ තියෙන ඒවා මතු පිට තියෙන දේවල්, and the resources in the inner part is පොළව අභ්‍යන්තරයේ තියෙන දේවල්. We consider both the resources on the surface and the inner part of the land. Can you give me some examples for land? What are the natural resources?
Trees and light.
Sorry?
Light, building.
Building?
No, light and trees.
Yeah. Light means
Sunlight.
Sunlight, yeah, sunlight, trees, all the natural things like uh, it may be a river, it may be a natural animal like the butterflies, birds, and the rainwater, and soil, sand, all the natural resources, minerals. What are minerals?
Things in soil, something.
Yeah, minerals means normally the things we get from the inner part of the land. And forests, soil, rainwater, natural oxygen. Oxygen means air. It's natural oxygen. Sometimes there is we can buy the oxygen from the market also. No, nowadays we can buy that oxygen. It's not the as no, it is not as a commodity. It's a natural oxygen. That means natural air and sunlight. Any natural resources can be considered as land. But these should have we should get these things to produce a good or a service, to make a good or service. But there are some things we cannot. There are natural resources, but some things there are some resources we can't get as to produce goods and services. Can we mention some? Can you mention something? It's a natural resource, but we don't get them to produce goods and services. There are some like thunders. It's also a natural one, thundering, but we don't use them to make any good or service. The land means all the resources, natural resources we get to make goods and services, produce goods and services. You may write these things, write the definition and the examples. And
Okay, sir.
if you can, please highlight the part in red color. All the natural resources. That's the main idea we have to get here. All the natural resources available are considered as land. It includes resources on the surface. That means the පොළොව මත පිට සහ පොළොව අභ්‍යන්තරේ. උඩ තියෙන ඒවයි යට තියෙන ඒවයි ඔක්කොම. Examples. Minerals means Sinhala word is Khanija Sampat. Minerals, forests, soil, rainwater,
Excuse
natural
me, sir.
oxygen. Sorry.
Sir, the reason I wasn't able to pay the class fees was my phone broke and I had to go for a new one.
Okay.
And there was no contacts on that. I didn't have even sir's contact.
No.
I got it by today's.
It's not a problem. Actually, I think we did class for last month is only like 2 days, no? We did. Yeah, this is our third
Today
day.
it's straight.
Yeah. So you can pay for the April month. No need to pay for March. You can pay for April. Only 2 days. No, we conduct. It doesn't matter.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, I need the payment details back because all the messages are erased.
Okay. I'll forward you. I'll forward you after the class.
Okay, sir.
The last week I have mistakenly told you that it's 1,000. Actually, it's not 1,000, Ashina. I have forgotten the
Okay,
class
sir.
fee. It's for Sinhala medium classes. The English medium is 1,500 a month. Tell me when you are done, finish writing.
Finish, sir.
What's our next factor? The second one. What's our
Capital.
second one? Labor. The second factor of production is labor. Actually, labor can be defined as categorized into two parts. It is labor is the contribution we provide towards on behalf of producing a good and a service. That contribution is in two ways. Some people are contributing his or her contribution in by mentally. Some are giving it by physically. That means the physical fitness, the physical contribution, like this. The mental and physical contribution in a business can be considered as labor in simple terms. Did you get that? The mental and physical contribution. Some are doing the jobs as they are operating their uh, contribution as mentally. Actually, the persons like managers, accountants, lawyers, doctors, they are giving their mental contribution. Actually, they are not hardworking like masons, cobblers, and like those workers. So these things can be uh, categorized into two as individuals rendering physical efforts. Who are the physical workers in the mines? Mines means patal kam karuwo, sanitary laborers. Who are sanitary laborers? Saniparakshaka kam karuwan, cobblers, masons. They all provide their physical effort. No? Yala එක මහන්සි වෙලා වැඩ කරන අයනේ. And there are some who are rendering mental efforts. එල ඇඟ මහන්සි වෙලා වැඩ කරන්නේ එයාලා they use their mind or their mental power, mental effort, like accountants, managers, lawyers, doctors. Are there any examples you can remember for any of these categories? Can you tell me more examples for physical efforts? So the mental efforts.
Teacher,
Sorry, Ashik.
teachers.
Yeah, teachers. Teachers, mostly it includes to as individuals rendering mental effects, but it can includes both. So there is a little of physical efforts also there, not only the mental, because they can't work on a chair, no chair and a table. They can't work like that. Have to interact with students also, and the architecture has also give their mental efforts. Mm, okay, like that. Did you get the idea? There are some
Yes, sir.
men. There are some people who give their physical efforts as well as mental efforts. You may write these things, label, and please highlight the words in red color. The mental and physical contribution in a business can be considered as labor in simple terms. In Sinhala meaning, it's කායික හා මානසික ශක්තිය. කායික හා මානසික දායකත්වය. මිනිස්සු ලබා දෙන to produce a good or a service. Examples, individuals rendering means providing physical efforts. පතල් සේවකයන්, සනීප ආරක්ෂක සේවකයන්, සපත්තු මසන්නන්, පෙදරේරුවන්, like those. Individuals rendering mental efforts. Those are the people who normally works in an office, in an AC room, like accountants, managers, lawyers, doctors, architects. Doctors also has some part of a physical effort. They also can't totally work like work on a chair.
Sir, give me a minute.
You are done?
No, sir.
Okay. Take your time.
Done, sir.
Okay. Are you participating in our other classes also? Or only for this class?
Only for this class.
There is science also in English medium. Now,
I will check out, sir.
yeah, science and commerce are the only English medium subjects up to now. And there are, do you do literature? No, literature is not there.
Yes, sir.
But not conducting till and Sinhala and other subjects as well. If you like, you can join other to the other classes also. All the classes first day is free. You can join and watch whether it's suitable or not. What's our third factor? And labor. Third one,
Capital.
capital. Any idea for the capital?
Pragdane.
Pragdane. What's meant by capital? මොකද්ද ප්‍රාග්ධනය කියන්නේ?
What the owner gives to the business.
Sorry. What we?
Owners or partners contribution for business.
Yo. No. It's a different meaning. It's not the same meaning here. That's also capital. That's the capital means any contribution or anything that the owner supplies to the business. Yeah, it's also the capital, but as a factor of production, it's not the same meaning. The capital means the opposite side of the land. The land means all the natural resources, no? Those are natural. The capital means uh, any instrument or any machine or anything which uh, a uh, man has produced. That means it's not a natural resource, it's an artificial thing. Anything that man has produced, like as in the picture you can see, like a backhoe or a building, uh, or a road, anything that the man has produced. If if there is something produced by man, all things are considered as capital. That the capital you have said is it has a different meaning. It's not a when we are considering as a factor of production, the capital means everything or anything a man has produced. Anything produced by man in order to facilitate manufacturing process is known as capital. කියන්නේ මිනිසා විසින් සාදලා තියෙන ඕනම දෙයක්. Like maybe a building, a road, or a motor vehicle. All these things are not natural things. All those are these things are produced by man. And the cash also, money, cash and coins, notes and coins, those all the everything is produced by man. Examples: machinery, buildings, motor vehicles, money, and what else? Roads, anything to facilitate manufacturing process. Did you get the idea? What is capital in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
you can write down the note. Anything produced by, and highlight the words in red color. Anything produced by man in order to facilitate manufacturing process is known as capital. Actually, this is the opposite side of the land. Land means all the natural resources. Capital means anything produced by man, that all the artificial things. Uh, there may be some questions like they are giving some examples and you will have to categorize them under these factors of production. Imagine that you are given some questions like what is the What is the factor of production of rainwater? To which it belongs?
Sir,
What's the factor of production of rainwater?
land.
Land. It's land, as it is a natural resource. Rainwater is a natural resource, so it belongs to land. And and the water we are getting from well, what's it? Indakin ganna
Capital.
wathura. Yeah. Why it belongs to capital?
Because it's not a natural thing. It's a
Yeah, it's not a natural thing. The well is a man-made thing, human made by man, and and a river. Or
land.
what it land? A lake. Vavak.
Capital.
Capital. Vavak. Lake means not a natural thing. It's a thing constructed by men. No. Now you can understand the difference. No. What is a land and what is a capital? Uh, are you done with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have talked three factors of production up to now. What are they? First one,
Land, labor,
land,
capital.
labor, and capital. We have one more to talk, to discuss. What's the
Entrepreneur.
other?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurship? The pronunciation is like o, but we write e, the letter e. Entrepreneurship. It's the process that imagine that there are natural resources in a one place, and there are labors in a one place, and there are capital resources in a one place. But without an entrepreneur, we can't start a business. The reason is an entrepreneur has to collect those things, organize those things to start a business and conduct a business. Natural resources together. Land, labor, and capital. ඒ ටික පැත්තකට වෙලා නිකන් තිබ්බොත් මුකුත් හැදෙන්නේ නැහැනේ. For that, to make something, to make a business, we need an entrepreneur. So the process of entrepreneurship is organizing those. Organizing means collecting and getting the use of these factors of production. We talked earlier, we discussed earlier, like land, capital, and labor. An entrepreneur does collect those things and organize those things to start a business. Or not only to start, and after starting, he is conducting the business. That means ව්‍යාපාරයක් ආරම්භන්නයි සහ ව්‍යාපාරයක් ආරම්භලා පවත්වාගෙන යන්නයි. For both, not only to start, but also he has to continue the business, conduct the business. And we can define the entrepreneurship like entrepreneurship encompasses the role of organizing factors of production. Organizing. collecting, and he's the organizer of these things. ඒවත් තැන තිබ්බ කියලා නිකම්ම business එකක් පටන් ගන්න නෑනේ නේ. Someone have to organize, collect and do something with these things. Organizing factors of production such as land, labor, capital. I think that he is one who is making building buildings or houses. Then he has to organize these factors of production. What are the land resources he need to make buildings? Can you tell me an example for a land resource that required to make a building?
Sand.
Sand. Then he has to collect sand and maybe water and laborers to construct those things, and capital, the machines. There are some machines to make those things, and bricks, those are the things, cement, like those things. Then he have to organize these factors of production into a one place, collect those into a one place, and start a business. Not only to start a business, but also conduct a business. Business means actually a manufacturing process, to manufacture or to produce something. Okay. The job of entrepreneur or the process of the entrepreneur is organizing factors of production. The word is organizing. Keep in mind the word organizing factors of production, such as we discussed earlier, such as land, labor, and capital required for production. In order to, for what? What's the purpose of organizing these things? In order to start and conduct a manufacturing process. Not only start, but also to conduct a manufacturing process. පටන් ගන්න විතරක් නෙමෙයි ව්‍යාපාරයක් පවත්වාගෙන යන්නත් ඕනේ. Then can you define this without looking at this? Try to use your own words. What the entrepreneurship does? What's it function? What's the function of entrepreneurship? What's the definition of entrepreneurship? Can you try to?
Entrepreneur's duty is to organize factors
of production, like what are,
for business, like land, labor, capital.
And what are they doing? What are the entrepreneurs doing? By organizing these things, they are the people who start a business, no? They are the people who start, not only start, but also what they do after starting.
Keep
conduct. Start and conduct, both functions. Okay. And entrepreneur, sorry, there's a grammar mistake here. Entrepreneur is the individual. Entrepreneur is the individual who does that job. You may write these things. Entrepreneur. Do you name the Sinhala word for entrepreneurship? Do you know the Sinhala word?
No, sir.
Entrepreneurship is vivasaya. Have you heard like that word? Vivasaya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Vivasaya. Entrepreneurship is Entrepreneur is the person who start a business. That means the owner, actually we can consider it as the owner of the business. That means the pioneer, beginner of a business. You can write this. Entrepreneur. What's the singular word of entrepreneur? Entrepreneurship is Vivasayakatvaya. Entrepreneur is
Vivasayakya.
Vivasayakaya. The person who does this job, does this duty.
So is it the same meaning as Vyaparike?
Yeah. Vyaparika. Actually, yeah, businessman. It's close enough. We can get the. We can consider those two words as similar words. This is the formal word for businessman. Entrepreneur is businessman is casual word. No, this is the formal word. Despite
So the screen disappeared.
yeah, sorry. Please give me a minute. There is some.
So
I think it has start. Now you can see Ashin, no? Okay.
Yes.
Have you finished writing this?
Not yet.
Okay, okay. Always highlight the words in red color. I use red color to highlight. That's the important part of any definitions.
Finish.
Okay. Now we are done with factors of production. There are 4 factors of production. Can you name them?
Land, labor, capital, entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur is the person who is doing the job, doing the entrepreneurship. Okay. It's not actually it's not completed. There is another small part. Functions of an entrepreneur. The spellings of entrepreneur is somewhat difficult to remember. Please, so give a little try to write it correctly. Functions of an entrepreneur. Vivasayakage karya. This is a functions of a businessman. Almost same. There are 4 functions of an entrepreneur. He is the one. Entrepreneur is the one who finds something new or doing something new. Just imagine that you are going to start a business. Think that you are going to start a boutique, small shop. You are going to start a boutique, a grocery shop. Then we uh, if you have before you start the boutique, there is an empty place in that place, no? Empty area before your shop, before you start the job, there is an empty area. After you start the job, sorry, not the job, the shop. After you start the shop, there is a new business here, there in that place. There is a new business. So a thing that a businessman or an entrepreneur does is making innovations. Actually, innovations means innovations. Do you know the singular word for innovation?
Nipayo. Navanipayo.
Sorry.
Navanipayo.
Yeah. නවනිපියුම් ඒක ඇත්තටම නවනිපියුම් වලට වඩා නව්‍යතා. That means in here it says the meaning it says is නවනිපියුම් නෙමෙයි ඒක a new thing to the market, a new business to the market. If we are starting a business, it's a new thing. Then the function of an entrepreneur is making a new thing. New thing means an innovation, doing an innovation. It's an function of him or her. Then another function is any entrepreneur should have to take a risk. Risk means avadhanama. If we are going to start a business, we all have to take a risk. What is the risk we have to take? Have you any idea? Do you have any idea?
Profit or loss.
Yeah, it's correct. Profit or loss. There is a risk whether we can make a profit by doing the business, or we have to face for a loss by doing this business. There is a major risk there. Any businessman or any entrepreneur has to take that risk and continue starting the business. And I discussed two functions. What is first one is taking the risk, and another one is making innovatives, creates the innovations. That means a new thing to the market. And and another thing is he's the person who making taking the basic principal decisions about the business. Basic principal decisions means as he is the owner of the business, he can take whether to develop this business further, or whether to close this business, or whether to move this business from one place to another, or to uh, produce to produce more new things from the business, like those things. It's also a function of an entrepreneur. Function means taking the basic principal decisions of the business. Principal decision means principal is the the boss of school, no? Like that. The main decisions of a business, because he is the owner of the business. And yeah, like this, taking the risk, creating innovations, organizing the manufacturing activities. I forgot that organizing the manufacturing activities means as he is the owner, he has to organize the activities. What are the activities in the business? Who should හිතන්නකෝ බිල්ඩින් හදන ව්‍යාපාරයක් කියලා නේ. කවුද එතකොට ගඩොල් ටික ගෙනියන්නේ, ගඩොල් ටික ප්ලේස් කරන්නේ කවුද, සිමෙන්ති අනන්නේ කවුද, ඒ වගේ දේවල් එයා ඕගනයිස් කරන්න ඕනේ, decisions ගන්න ඕනේ. Then there are four functions of an entrepreneur. First one is there's no any order. One is taking the risk, whether to there's a risk of getting losses or maybe getting profits. Taking the risk, creating innovations, that means giving a new thing to the market, new shop, new boutique, or a new service to the market. Organizing the manufacturing activities, taking taking basic principal decisions regarding the business. Those are the functions of an entrepreneur. You can write these things. There are four functions of an entrepreneur. Taking the risk, creating innovations, organizing the manufacturing activities, taking basic principal decisions regarding the business. Because he's the owner, he can get basic decisions of the business, whether to close the business or to build the business further, or to move to another industry from the business.
Finish, sir.
Now we are done with factors of production. We discussed the land, labor, capital, and the entrepreneurship. There's a little video on the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. I'll play it. You can watch. They all have started their business from a little place, and in the current situation, they are in a high level of the world market. Okay, these are the world most success entrepreneurs in the current situation. Okay, let's move to another part. Stakeholders of businesses. Have you heard the word stakeholders before?
The parties who are interested in business activities.
Yeah, the parties who are interested in businesses. That means in singular, we say that Almaty Parshava, who are interested in business activities. Here. Just think of that, how many people are thinking of us. There are many people around us who are thinking about us. Maybe your parents, your friends, your neighbors, your relations, like those. They are having an interest on us for fulfilling their objectives of us. That means they have some objectives to fulfill from us. Your parents have an objective to give a proper education to you, and to see you in a higher place, a better place in the future. It's their dream So it's their objective to see you in a higher place in the future, higher higher job position, or as a good entrepreneur, as a good doctor, lawyer, anything, accountant or engineer, anything. So there are any parties. Actually, this is not any parties. There are many that there should be. There are many parties.
Sir, the screen
Okay,
broke.
okay, okay. I'll.
Now, okay, sir.
Okay. There are many parties who are interested in business operations like that. We call them as the stakeholders of a business. Like we have interested parties in our life, a business also has some interested parties for the businesses. Can you name some of them who are interested in business activities?
Customers,
Customers,
government,
government,
employees,
employees. There are
individuals,
internal and external parties as well. Who are the internal parties? That means
managers,
managers, employees.
employees,
The main one, main person,
and entrepreneur.
entrepreneur. That means the owner of the business. And there are external parties as well. As you mentioned, government, customers, what else? Who else?
uh, financial,
Financial institutions like banks and insurance companies, and the competitors and the suppliers like those. Uh, Please just write this topic, stakeholders of business. No need to write this thing. Huh? Just write the topic, stakeholders of businesses.
okay, sir.
Okay. Under that, we let's discuss objectives of stakeholders. What are the aims? What why they are giving an interest to the business? The first one is owners, owner of the business. Uh, why is he having an interest on the business? What is the purpose of being interested to the business? Is there any use? Is there any
To
advantage to
get
take?
profits and to make customer, to increase
Yeah, to
customer
make
satisfaction.
profits, uh, to uh, grow the business, like those things. Objectives of the stakeholders, owners, earning a sufficient profit. Security of investment means in any owner or any businessman have to invest some cash or invest some money for the business for the first time. No? Without money, no one can make a start a business. Any person has to make some investment. That means to deposit some cash on behalf of a business. සල්ලි ටිකක් වැය කරන්න වෙනවා. සල්ලි ටිකක් නාස්ති කරන්න වෙනවා business එකක් පටන් ගන්න. So the investment should be secured. That means he will have to uh, keep a confidence of the security of investment. Otherwise, it will sometimes the investment lose, may bring a loss to the owner. Sometimes it may bring a profit to the owner. Then he is considering about the security of investment, earning a sufficient profit, growth of the business operations in future, like those. There are some objectives to the owners like this. You may write these things. Objectives of the stakeholders. First one, in the owner side, he is looking for security of investment, earning a sufficient profit, growth of the business operations in future.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then who is the next party? Can you guess?
Employees.
Employees. Actually, the employees means the top employees. Huh? So for the top employees, we uh, call them as managers. They are the top level employees, the high level with the blazer and with the tie, with the official office wears. Those are the managers. They are the ones who take in decisions required to achieve the objectives of the business. Those therefore they have an objective to take the decisions. They like to take decisions for the growth of the business. So actually, some businesses, owners are the managers. There is no anyone called managers, but the owner is the manager in some businesses. Uh, as well as in some businesses, there is a separate employees called as managers. Like in big companies, there's a separate parties. There, there are separate employees as managers. They like to take in the decisions required to achieve the objectives. As per their decisions, the business runs. Sometimes if they are if they are taking a good decision, it may affect to the business in a positive way. If they make a bad decision, it may affect the business in a negative way. So the managers has a big responsibility. එයාලට ලොකු වගකීමක් තියෙනවා business එක ගැන. And as well as they are the employees, they like to get promotions and job satisfaction. Promotions mean to take a higher salary, to take a higher position. What is the meaning of job satisfaction? Satisfaction means job එක ගැන සතුටු වෙන්න ඕන. එයාලා කරන වැඩේ ගැන සතුටු වෙන්න ඕන, satisfy වෙන්න ඕන එයාලා. You can write.
Finish.
Okay. Then the next ones are the normal employees. Managers are also employees, but they are the top level employees. Then the next person, the next category is employees, the lower level ones, except managers. They are also their objectives are the same. They prefer the security of the job. දැන් ගොඩක් අය කියන්නේ මම permanent වුණා job එකේ මම දැන් ඒකේ permanent සමහර අය some are working as training. So as if anyone is working as a trainee, there is no job security. Any day he can leave. He will have to leave the job. If he is a permanent in the company, in the business, in the job, he can there is a little security. What is the most security jobs? That means in when comparing government and private sector, normally what's the most secure job?
Government jobs.
Private or government?
Government.
Yeah, government. ගොඩක් අය ආස එකනේ government job එකක් ගන්න. ඒක මලාට අස් කරන්නේ නැහැ. අය මොන දේ කරත් ඉන්න පුළුවන්. But in private companies, there's a little the little risk of job security. If it's a well-established company, the risk is a little lower. And there are some companies with no with a little period of time. Sometimes there might be a higher risk for working those companies. Job security and receiving a fair wage or a salary. Wage means a similar word for salary. There's a little difference, but no need to take the difference. Wage means a similar word for salary. සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ salary කියන්නේ වැටු, wage කියන්නේ වේතන. Both are same. වැටු හා වේතන English terms, wage and salary. And the job security. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who is the next party? Can you guess?
Customers.
Yeah, customers. What are the objectives of them? What they are looking for?
To get goods at a
Now,
reasonable price.
Reasonable price and to get
Quality goods.
Quality goods, services like those. Obtaining products at a reasonable price, obtaining quality products, like those things. Are you schooling now, Asha? You are going to school these
Yes,
days?
sir.
In which lesson you are in school? In commerce subject? Have you started accounting part?
No, sir, not yet.
Can you remember where are you now? In the lesson?
Not exactly, sir.
Not exactly. That means you are not going to school.
No, sir, we didn't had commerce in a nearby day in school because
Uh,
we
uh,
are
uh, uh. And are you getting? Are you going to school like roster basis? Not all the students are coming, no?
yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me when you are done.
Finish, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
is this the time for the class every day?
Yes. Last week I told a different time, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There's a little issue with that time because there is a same class for grade 10 students in our site. I think as I remember, it's single or something. So we can't conduct the same grade classes at same time. So is it comfortable to you this time?
It is comfortable for me, sir, but I invited a friend and he have a class at this time.
Uh, uh, so he cannot join at this time, no?
So I'll ask him to change the time.
Yeah. What does he has?
Sinhala.
Sinhala.
Yes,
Is it also an online class or a physical one?
I don't know exactly, sir. It should be online one.
Mhm. You are attending physical classes also.
Only for science.
You are in Candy, no?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
right. Yeah, Candy. Is it okay to conduct classes in Candy area? Physical classes?
Sir, it's not exactly the town area.
It is like a group class you are going.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Uh, ask your friend about the time. If he cannot join this class, I will. Then actually tomorrow is not also possible. Can he join the class if we conduct the class at about 4 to 6?
I'll I'll ask him to talk to you.
Okay, okay. Um, you check with him and tell me. Let's see something to do. Let's move to the next part. Is he also in your same school,
No,
classmate?
sir, but he attends to many classes with me.
Hmm. Most of the students not doing commerce. Although in English medium, though they are doing the classes, the stream in English medium. No, I think there are some students in my single medium classes also. They are doing English medium, but not the commerce. But you are doing commerce in English. It's a little, I think, there's a few students who are doing commerce in English medium.
Yes, and there are also few classes
Few
because of
classes, no?
that.
Yeah. Actually, it's somewhat hard to find classes, no?
Yeah, I tried like 3 months to find this.
Yeah. But there may be some science and maths. There are some classes for science, the basic subjects, no?
Yes, sir.
Then the next one is the next stakeholder is suppliers. Suppliers means who they are, what they are supplying.
Goods,
They are
goods,
supplying the goods means the things to
commodity.
commodities, the things to sell. And there are some supplies who are providing transport facilities also. There are transport supplies. You sometimes you can see that there are some businesses who provide transport facilities to their employees. Mostly like in garment sector, garment, textile, ඇඟලුම් නිෂ්පාදන. ඒ garment වල the some are providing transport facilities for them, no? Have you seen like the vans and buses like going with their name, garment factory name? There are some transport facilities. What may be the objectives of suppliers? What they are looking for from the business?
To get the money without a delay and to make sure that they are getting
The
orders for
orders
supplies.
continuously. Yeah, first security orders continuously to the security them. That means they have they should have a rely or trust on getting orders continuously and obtaining money without any delay, to obtain the money on time without any delay. I think you haven't sit for any commerce exam yet, no? In school also.
No, sir. We didn't have first term exam.
Are you doing all the subjects in English medium except Sinhala,
Sinhala, Buddhism and history, sir.
Buddhism? History you are doing in Sinhala.
Yes, sir.
Some classes it's in English medium. Yeah, it may different from school to school, I think.
Yes, sir. In our school, it is essential for everyone to do ICT.
Essential.
Yes.
Uh, it's not a categorical subject anymore. That means to you,
No, sir.
it's
In
an
third bucket, there is we can only
sorry.
in third bucket we should may it's essential to choose ICT as
Yeah.
English medium.
That means in your school there is no like the subjects health and other things. No. That means there are no subjects like health and those category subjects.
No, sir.
Is it common for single medium students also?
No, sir. I don't think.
Only for English medium ones.
Yes.
Normally, how many students in English medium class?
32
30. Is it a boys' school or a mixed one?
boys schools.
Okay, you are done? Have you finished, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move to the next part. What is this? The next party? Can you guess?
Government.
No, no. Can't you see the picture clearly?
Financial
Yeah,
institution.
financial institutions, not the government. Huh? Financial institutions means mainly the banks and the insurance companies, like the think of a bank. Why? What does a bank do for us? What they are
To
expecting?
give loans and take advances.
Yeah, yeah. To give loans and to obtain to get the installment on time, like those things. Collecting loans and providing loans. Collecting loans means getting the installments to repay the loans and providing more loans. Those are the things that which the banks do. Actually, for the first three lessons in your in grade 10 commerce, it might be as something boring because all the parts are theory parts. You have to just read and write all the things. After the fourth lesson, you can move to accounting part. එක නිකන් බණ අහගෙන ඉන්නා වගේ අහන් ඉන්න තියෙන්නේ. Have you done?
No, sir. Give a second.
Okay, okay.
Finish, sir.
Okay. Let's move to the next part. What is this?
Government.
Government. Yes. What they are looking for from our business? What are the expectations? What are the objectives?
To
Can you guess?
increase employment opportunity.
Yeah, it is uh, the government tries to observe, are we generating job opportunities to the country, and are we generating a good GDP support to the country? GDP means gross domestic product, and to collect taxes and some taxes like income to the government. Those are the things. Collecting taxes due, generating employment opportunities, increasing the domestic production. Do you know? Do you have any idea about the domestic production? We call it GDP. Have you heard that word before? GDP one.
No, sir.
GDP means domestic production. Actually, it's GDP. The one is gross domestic production. Gross domestic production, or the GDP means the singular word is Daladesha Nishpadita. Have you heard that word? No.
Yes, sir.
Daladesha Nishpadita. That means consider the imagine this is our country. Imagine, nah? Just imagine this is our country. In the country, in every place, something is manufacturing from different kind of businesses. Some are manufacturing bakery items, some are manufacturing garment items, some are manufacturing automobiles. In in all the part, every part of the country, in some places, the businesses manufacturing some good or a service. So if we are also a part of this business, if we are also a part of this business, that means we we are giving our support to increase, supporting of support to increase the production, the country production. That's the domestic production. Do you know the meaning of domestic? Normally, what is the
Deshi.
deshi? Yeah, that means in simple words, it's domestic means ගෘහස්ත. ඒ ඇතුලේ වෙන දේවල් සාමාන්‍ය ඉන්ඩෝ දේවල්නේ ඇතුලේ වෙන දේවල්නේ. අන්න ඒ වගේ the gross domestic production means the රට ඇතුලේ, inside the country, the production inside the country. That means if we are making something, imagine that we are a garment, we are a garment, and we produce some t-shirts, saris, skirts, blouses, and like these things. Then we are also a part of this gross domestic production, because we also do something, we also make something to increase the production of the country. So government is observing the businesses whether they are increasing the domestic production, and how they increase the domestic production. What are they producing? What are they making? Okay, that's the mean. The singular word is Daladesha Nishpadite. have you done? You are finished?
No, sir.
Okay. This is GDP. Domestic production means GDP, gross domestic production.
Should we write it too?
If you want, just write. It's not mandatory. I discuss for your knowledge. Then it will not come for the exam. If you like, write this. සිංහලෙන් දළ දේශීය නිෂ්පාදිතය. If you want, just write. It's not mandatory, yeah.
Finish.
Okay. Shall I erase this?
Okay, sir.
The next one. Can you guess what is this? What's the party?
ICT, technological.
No, actually not. It's not the side of ICT. I took these pictures to confirm that the what are they? What are these brands?
Mobile.
Yeah, mobile phones. Samsung, Apple, Huawei, Oppo, Vivo. These are actually the competitors. Samsung is a competitor of Huawei. Huawei is a competitor of Vivo. Vivo is a competitor of Oppo. Why are you laughing? Is it not correct?
No, sir. I thought it goes to the technology.
Okay.
Some kind of thing.
There is a actually I use these pictures to convey the message that these are competitors. Competitors means the same industry, those who produce the same products as us. Samsung is producing mobile phones, and the Huawei also producing mobile phones, and the Apple company also producing mobile phones. These all the things are producing the same thing, mobile phones. So an action of some company may affect the action of another company. So we have to uh, we have to focus about our competitors. Who are our competitors? Because the thing that if anyone reduces their prices of them prices of something, maybe the mobile phone also. I think that Huawei has reduced the prices of, but in present there is a major threat to Huawei. No, have you aware of that? The Huawei sales are gradually decreasing these days. Do you aware of that? Do you know the reason?
No, sir.
The reason is they have detached the agreements with Google company, I think. So there is no longer Google apps in the Huawei phones for the new phones. ඒ කියන්නේ ආයිද අලුතෙන් එන Huawei phones වලට Google apps එන්නේ නැහැ. Google Play Store නැහැ. As an alternative for that, Huawei එකේ option එකක් විදියට alternative එකක් විදියට එයාලගේම Play Store එකක් නිර්මාණය කරලා තියෙනවා. Apple වලටත් තියෙනවනේ Mac Apple Store එකක් වෙනම අන්න ඒ වගේ Huawei Google ලව අත්තරලා Google එක තියෙන connection එක අත්තරලා එයාලගෙම වෙනම store එකක් හදාගෙන යනවා. එතකොට ඒ Huawei store එකේ තියෙන apps විතරයි the customers can install. ඒක නිසා ගොඩාක් Huawei sale එක ගොඩාක් drop වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේක Huawei මිනිස්සු ගන්නෙම නැති තරම්. මේ ටිකෙම නෙමෙයි ඇත්තට ඒක වෙලා මං හිතන්නේ අවුරුද්දක් විතර ටිකක් පරණ සිද්ධියක්. And currently the market leader is most of having the Samsung phones, and Apple also the market leader, but it has a separate category, you know. It has a different lifestyle, different culture. The Apple phone users are but different. They are using another brand, they are using another softwares, not the they are always is not the Android
I
operating.
used once.
You are using Apple.
No, sir, it broke. It fell off
Uh,
from the bike, and the bike just ran away, and
yeah.
that's it.
Now you are using what kind of a phone?
Samsung.
Sorry,
Samsung, sir.
Samsung. Yeah. The Apple has targeted to a different level of customers. They have a different level of customers. That means actually their product is very quality. Basically the camera, but it hasn't at least the Bluetooth facility and the dual SIM facility. I think about the latest phone they have introduced the dual SIM facility, as I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. However, these are the competitors, and I think you won't remember this thing. There is an mobile service provider, that means a mobile SIM called Tigo. Do you remember that name? I think no.
No, sir.
No. Actually, Tigo is the current version of not the current version. Do you remember Etisalat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Etisalat now it is that the ownership of Etisalat is with the Hutch company. Now both the 072 numbers and 078 numbers are uh, uh, maintaining as Hutch numbers. Before that, before the Etisalat company, the same SIM card was named as Tigo. In I think before 10 or like not 10, before 12, 13 years, there is we have to pay for incoming calls also. Do you believe that? For incoming calls, we have to pay. Now normally now we should pay for outgoing calls now. In before 12, 13 years back again, incoming calls වලටත් අපිට ගෙවන්න ඕන. ඒ කියන්නේ ෆෝන් එකේ සල්ලි නැත්නම් අපිට calls එන්නේ නැහැ. ෆෝන් අපිට වෙන call එකක් එනකොට අපි ආසත්. මොකද මේ අපේ සල්ලි ටික ෆෝන් එකේ තියෙන සල්ලි ටික කැපෙනවා. It cost incoming calls for incoming calls. Tigo is the first mobile SIM company who introduced totally incoming free. එයාලා තමයි මුලින්ම introduce කළේ Tigo එක incoming free විදිහට. මම පොඩ්ඩක් පොඩි ඊට පස්සේ all the companies did was what they did was ඒ ඔක්කොම යාලා හැමෝම incoming free කළා. මොකද එහෙම කළේ නැත්තම් unless they don't have a survival. යාලා මොකද හැමෝම Tigo වලට යනවා. මොකද Tigo එකේ incoming free තියෙද්දි අනිත් අය incoming වලට කපනවා නම් there's no option, no. There was advertisement. I think actually it's 12 years ago. Yeah, it's 12 years ago. You are seeing the browser or my slide.
Sir,
What you can see in the screen?
sir, it's the presentation.
Present. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the browser, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. These are the advertisement for Tigo incoming fee. See, uh, those are actually 12 years ago. They are the first. Tigo means Etisalat. Etisalat එක ඉස්සර Tigo. Tigo වලට කලින් තිබ්බ Celltel කියලා. එතනම ඔයාලා what's your birth year? 2006.
6.
ඒකට Celltel තියෙද්දි ඔයාලා ඇත්තෙම නෑ මං හිතන්නේ. ඉපදිලා. Tigo ආව Tigo Etisalat උනා Etisalat දැන් පච් වෙලා තියෙනවා. Those are the advertisement.
The creators of per second billing and lifetime bonus now present all incoming free. For the first time in Sri Lanka, incoming is finally totally free. Not just within the network, but from any other network, anytime. No daily fee, no monthly charges. It's just free. Absolutely no conditions apply. Another first from Tigo. Express yourself.
දැන් නිකන් ඒක අහද්දි ඔයාලට ජෝක් එකක් වගේ නේද incoming fee ඉස්සර incoming වලට
Sir,
subject.
the way they dancing.
Yeah, there are some more advertisement on that. You can search for them later. Okay. ඒක නිසා දැන් competitors ලැබුණේ දැන් ඒ කාලේ දැන් එයා sorry Tigoත් එක competitors ලැබුණේ Dialog, Mobitel, Hutch තිබ්බද කියලා මතක නැහැ. Airtel තිබෙන්නේ නැහැ. Airtel ආවේ 2009 මතක විදිහට. වලට අවුරුදු 3යි ඉපදිලා. එතකොට අනිත් Dialog එකට Mobitel එකට හැම එකටම සිද්ධ වුණා incoming free කරන්න. මොකද නැත්නම් යාලට පැවැත්මක් නැහැ. ඒතර competitors ලා කරන දේ competitors ලා මොන හරි දෙයකට මිලක් price එකක් decide කරනවා නම් ඒ දේ අපි කරන්න වෙනවා. දැන් ඔක ළඟ කඩේක පාන් ගෙඩියක් විකුණනවා for 60 rupees. And in our shop we sell the same loaf of bread at 65 rupees. Then who will have the income, more customers for the shop who sells the bread at 60 rupees. So ඒ වගේ රුපියල් 60කට පාන් ගෙඩියක් විකුණනවා අපි 65ට විකුණලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකට අපි තරංගකාරී මිලකට competitors ලගේ price එකටම සමාන වෙන්න ඕනේ. නැත්නම් අපිට අපේ income එක ගොඩක් low වෙනවා. අපේ customers ලා හැලිලා යනවා. Then the objective of the stakeholder of the competitor is to determining the prices of own products and to face the competition. අනිවාර්යෙන් we have to, that's the definite thing we have to do is to observe the competitors well. We have to observe their behavior. එයාලා කරන්නේ මොනවද කියලා දන්නේ නැත්නම් we can't have a survivor. එයාලා ඉස්සරහට යනකොට එයාලා discount දෙනවා, එයාලා එක එක දේවල් කරනවා. ඒකට customers ලා ඔක්කොම competitors ලා ළඟට යනවා. අපිට nothing තමයි. The definite yeah, it's mandatory. It's we must do a proper observation of the competitors. You can write these things. Competitors determining the prices of phone products to face competition. Sometimes your parent might remember those things. Ask from them. Was there a mobile SIM called Tigo, and are they the were they the first one who gave totally incoming free calls? Time is also okay, no? I totally forgot that. 8:30. There's one stakeholder to discuss. Let's stop. Are you done this thing?
Yes,
Competitors?
sir.
Okay. Let's move to the next part. The final part. Can you guess? I think it might difficult to guess. Can you guess what is this part?
Society.
Yeah, society. Society actually it means community. Both are same. What they do, what they are, why they are interesting, why do they have an interest for us? They are searching, they are observing whether we are doing any illegal activity to the society, doing any harm to the society. If they are getting to know that we are doing any harm to the society, they will start picketings like boards in hands, uh, and they are observing if we provide something to the society. That means if we whether we are doing any good to the society, good things, that means social welfare to the society. They are observing those things. Actually, community means not the customers, but the people around our business. Those are the community, the people around our business. So they are always observing whether we do any harm to the environment, harm to the society, or do we do any social welfare activities, like those things. Analyzing whether the business activities are conducted in an environmentally friendly manner, and analyzing whether the business contributes to the social welfare, whether we are doing any welfare activities such as uh, giving some materials, essential materials to the, like to maybe a elderly home, to maybe some poor children, something like that. Community. Analyzing whether the business activities are conducted in an environmentally friendly manner. Analyzing whether business contributes to the social welfare, whether we are doing any good thing to the society, to the social welfare.
Finish, sir.
Okay. Okay, there is a small part to discuss in this lesson. Let's discuss in the next week. Most probably we can conclude the lesson next by next week. And the next